Right.
So, for a while now, you've talked about maturing the brothers, and they've sort of been on bad terms since the beginning of season 8. Fluctuation in their relationship. Are they really ready to weather any possible storm that this whole situation can bring, or are we gonna see maybe a reversal of last season where Dean's really mad at what Sam does to save him and too much? Or?
I'm unpacking the question because you made a lot of. All right. Okay. I think the boys are. You're seeing something a bit different. I just took a small. I have a small, not issue in like an angry issue.
Okay.
But because I feel like at the end of last year they actually reached a certain.
Yes.
We'll call it a good place. Not necessarily a happy place, but a good place. Like right before Dean died, and even over the course of that episode, there was a maturation or whatever. But in terms of Sam accepting that Dean was walking into death and actually being okay with that, and that was a whole arc that Sam sort of did last year, and that carries into this year. I mean, of course, Dean. When the season starts, let's just go there. Sam has no idea what happened to his brother. He laid him down dead on a bed and came back in the room, and his brother wasn't there. He doesn't have any idea. He doesn't know that Dean is a demon. He doesn't know any of that. So Sam is very hot and heavy on the pursuit. He's got ideas what may have happened, and I think you'll see the brothers, when all is said and done, taking I like it a lot. Even something a little bit different than what we've seen in the past couple of years in the way they react in the aftermath. And I think there's a certain amount of healing that has to go on that they both acknowledge, both in their relationship and just on a personal level. So you're going to see the boys really, for lack of a better, going to ground when this is done and saying, we need to get better. Now, of course, the supernatural always follows them, but it's not the same bombastic, you idiot, you know what I mean? Like, it's neat, you know what I mean? Now, of course, schisms always occur and everything in secret, but they're the boys, for everything they go through, actually end up in a good place.
Well, kind of on that note, in the scene we just got the preview of, the boys are going at each other very physically hard with weapons. This could be a life or death situation in theory. What can you tease about how far they're going to go under the influence of Demon Dean and Sam trying to save his brother, especially when there are weapons and pointy things involved?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd very much like that teaser to be the sort of, the tease, because what you didn't get in that teaser was context. Obviously, you don't know what came before that, what's going to happen after. So it's like, I like it sitting right there. I mean, it's like, because there's all the questions that raises is like, what is Sam going to do here? You know what I mean? And is so much a part of the opening one of the episodes. You know what I mean? It's like, how do you stop your demon brother? You know what I mean? But in some ways, humanely stop him. How do you humanely stop a demon who wants potentially to kill? So it all those types of things are very much grist for the mill in the opening one.
Can you talk a little bit about what's going on in heaven, with heaven and the angels?
Yeah. The focus certainly in the beginning is much more on what's happening with some angels on earth. I mean, at the beginning of the season, the angels have largely gotten their act together in that Metatron is in jail, and the angels who are up there are doing their best to try and work things out. So in terms of stability up in heaven, it's as stable as it's been in many years.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Thanks, guys.